Hey everyone, John Richardson here. So excited to be talking everything Bravo, of course, with Glammy. Sorry we're late. Technical difficulties. We can't help it. Technology sometimes is not our friend, but we are here. As you can see, I'm having lighting and camera issues. I don't know what's going on with me. I'm either on top of the sun or I'm in a dark cave. So I don't know. Please go to our website at yourrealityrecaps.com. Look at all of our content on our Bravo page. Hell, look at our content everywhere at Your Reality Recaps /podcast. Also, too, these shows would not be possible if we didn't have the funds to keep things going. It's very important. Our Patreon account, you can donate however big, however small to our account. Helps us pay for expenses and helps us keep bringing you content like this. And Glammy, I'm so excited to see you. It's been a while since we've been on a Google Hangout.
Well, it's been a really long time since we did one of these, hasn't it?
No, it's like old school.
I know. I mean, I don't even know how to work it right now. I'm trying to figure it out. And I'm touching the screen. I can't get the damn toolbox to disappear. Yeah. I can't get you full size. I don't know what the hell's happening.
It's like we forgot how to work a Google Hangout because we've been on our YouNow channel doing all of our shows. Now, I don't know what's going on with me. I have so many lights on me, which looks like now, but then I go dark and then I go back.
You were in the back cave 5 minutes ago. I don't know what happened.
I know. I'm going in and out of darkness and light, almost like my everyday life. I go into the darkness, I try to go into the light.
Well, do not go into the light. That's all. Just don't keep.
I'm in the light now.
Do not go to the light, John. Do not go towards the light. You will die. Yeah. So, how have you been doing? What have you been up to?
I have been so good. I have been remodeling my condo, and it's just been insane. And this morning I worked out with my trainer. Hate working out. Hate doing it. Sprained my ankle. On top of that.
Well, I've been on my treadmill a lot, and
good.
My toes look. I mean, I've got these fabulous Snooty and Nike walking shoes, and they kill my feet for some reason. My toes, they're ridiculous. I've got every single toe bandaged. Everyone has got blisters on it, and I'm just like, why? I'm not that unfit. My feet and my ankle, my left ankle, it starts getting sore. I'm like.
Well, I was talking to my trainer, doing this step up, step down, step up, step down, talking to him, thinking about what I was doing when I left for work and thinking about our show, of course, and looking at myself in the mirror all at the same time. And I sprained my ankle.
But you're a boy and you can't multitask. Don't you know that by now?
Thank goodness I'm pretty. That's all I have.
You're lucky. You're lucky you have the sense of humor and you're cute. So what are we going to
Speaking of sense of humor, ladies of London, London Carolines, look at me, I'm dark again. I have 15 lights on me. I don't know what's going on. Caroline dating a younger guy. We find out he's 30 on the last episode. Not very happy.
She's not even old. He's not old, and
he doesn't have a sense of humor.
Well, no, she's not old, and he's not that young. I mean, 30. Yeah. When was 30 young? I mean, seriously, when was 30 young? That was like 15 years ago.
I know.
I'm just like, please. And the British girls don't seem to have a problem with them dating. It's the Americans are all like.
Well, I think she doesn't have a problem because she seems very loose with everything else. And I say that loosely. But I think the fact that because Marissa is best friends with her sister, and that got back to her parents, her aristocrat family, they're like, oh my gosh, well, she's already gotten a divorce. I mean, they know what they're getting, right? They know.
Your sound's cracking up a bit. I don't know what the hell's going wrong with your sound now, but you're like.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, well, I mean, tonight, and they all go to Denmark tonight, so that should be fun. And I think they're all a little shocked that Caroline's actually so famous because she's like, the Kate Middleton of Denmark. So, of course, all these paparazzi are everywhere, and they're just like, what the hell? But there's something off about Ladies of London this year. I can't put my finger on it. Is it contrived? Is it they're going on trips now? What? Did they do trips? It's very Real Housewife-ish. You know, let's do a trip at the beginning of middle of the season. Then everyone has a fight, and then we all have a big reunion and fight some more. They should have left it alone.
And Annabelle too. She's very polite. She's very dressed up. Last year she was smoking. Went around a horse. Oh, it fell off. You know, very kind of rockish with Alexander McQueen. That whole thing happened with him passing away. Mm-hmm. Now she's married. Now she's a lady. She's acting like a lady.
Well, her grandma probably saw her and said to her, "Listen, no more smoking on TV. No smoking on camera." Because grandma's pretty fucking cool. I like grandma a lot, and I love Annabelle. Annabelle's my favorite out of all of them.
You're the only European on the show. Are European grandmas very strict?
Yes,
they are.
You don't mess with. You don't raise your voice to Nana. You don't. You just don't. You don't ever disrespect. When she says turn up at 5 o'clock, you better be there at 4:59, and you better eat her sandwiches that you absolutely can't stand, and her cooking that you can't stand, and you must drink her tea. And when she has a whiskey or a brandy, you can't say anything about it. That it's 2 o'clock in the afternoon. You know, just things like that. It's just the way.
I would like to be a grandma. When I get older, nobody's going to judge you. Nobody's going to say anything in your face.
No. Oh, when I used to stay at my grandparents' house, and there was one New Year I stayed at my grandparents' house, and I was a kid, and I've been used to going to other countries and spending New Year abroad. So this was one of the first ones I was at home for New Year, and she sent me to bed at 10 o'clock, and I'm thinking, we were at like a carnival last year at this time. Why am I going to bed? I wasn't allowed to stay up. Now there was my brother. And I think my parents were off somewhere. They went somewhere completely different that year. But yeah, if your grandparents tell you to do something, you jump through hoops. You don't mess around.
Oh, yeah.
I'm thinking grandma. I think Annabelle's grandma said, no, you're not acting like that. And did you notice Annabelle's sister's also on the show this year?
Mm-hmm.
So they're having a little thing. But let's talk about Caroline Stanbury. I feel bad that she lost her company, but
giggle. I love
what the fuck was her company? I mean, it was like, here's a Kit Kat. Here's a Kit Kat, and if you'd like to buy it, it's £4,000. Thank you very much. Just check the box. I mean, there was nothing on her site that I wanted to run out and buy. It wasn't good marketing, and she claimed that she exploded rather rapidly, the company. She only had 60 employees. I mean, you have more friends than that, for fuck's sake. You know? So I don't know what rapid growth in the UK is these days. I don't know what rapid growth is.
Rapid growth, well.
Maybe in the UK it's different these days.
Well, I have rapid growth on the weekend. But I think like with a company and something like hers, I think it was like, you know, when you've got so much money and you don't know what to give someone, you could go to her company and go, I need to do something fantastic, out of the box type of thing. What can I do? She can buy you a diamond tennis bracelet, or she can plan a whole trip in Africa. You know, like that's what she did.
So she organized the trips for like Real Housewives of Atlanta and stuff like that. That's what she did.
She is a glorified travel agent.
Yeah. Okay. And did we not know that travel agents are no longer, basically? Right. The travel industry went to shit because of the internet.
She should have made an app.
And did she not know that there was things like Tiffany's.com?
She had it. She could have made an app and had, you know, got the hits off of that.
But she was too busy being fantastic. But she's
too busy, and she was skiing when her company went down and was.
And that's why I don't understand this whole. She's pretending that. Oh, did you notice that? What's his chops? Michael Sams, or whatever his name is, the first gay NFL player, was at her house. Like, yes. And then she says, "Oh, we met at the Abbey."
I know that dirty, filthy place in West Hollywood. I love it.
And it's like, okay. So and then he brings his husband or whatever he was, and they were just, and she's like, I'm having such a bad time, and let's go on a duck boat and let's fuck around London and I just need to have some fun. And then she was like, I'm going to miss you. It was like he was there for weeks, but he was there for like 2 days. And then she had her company falling apart, but I thought she was skiing when the company went down. So where was this football player? How did they get all of this? They faked it. They fucked the storyline up.
They had planned, I guess there was this plan for them to come because they'd never been to England. And the same time all of this was happening.
Bullshit, no. She was on vacation when our company crashed.
Listen to the story. So as this is all happening, and let me explain it to you.
Okay, he's doing the Bravo.
So I'm doing the Bravo. So all of this is happening. The note's still due for the money, but it's not due yet. And all this is happening with the Friends and the Americans and the duck rides. And then just after, like a month after the note was due, then they seized her company.
In April.
When she was skiing. Apparently there's snow. Still there in England.
It's not in England, sweetie. She was in the Alps, honey. She was in
still in the European domain.
Absolutely. I mean, do you know, I have had my brother call me from Switzerland and say, hey, I've got no money. Can you send me some money? I'm like, what the fuck? You're in Switzerland. What did you do? I mean, at my work, I'd be like, my brother's calling me from Switzerland asking me for fucking money. No, go away. Click.
Right?
Call somebody else. I mean, I was like, first of all, I didn't even know he was there.
Right.
And second, then he calls me at my work in the middle of the day and asks me for money. And I'm just like, you shithead.
Did you flip a table, you prostitution whore? Did you?
I didn't. No, I didn't manage to. I slammed the phone down and called him a bad word. But I was like, fuck you. But talking about the whole flipping the table, what do you think about this whole, okay, 3-part Teresa checked in. Okay, we've done the whole 3 parts. I have a few problems. I have major problems. Like
major problems.
The attorney. Let's start with the attorney.
I'm just so mad. I'm mad.
Okay, let's start with the attorney who is it's Teresa's attorney, but he's hanging out with Joe. Where's Joe's attorney? Behind the camera? Not wanting to be on TV, or does Joe not have an attorney anymore because they can't afford one? Who the fuck paid for that party? I've discussed that before. The attorney takes Joe to a restaurant and says, have you ever been here before? And he's like, I've been here once 7 years ago when my wife flipped a fucking table. Right. And then there's another flashback to the good old days. And I'm like,
that's what you should have said to your brother. Go and prostitute yourself for money, prostitution whore.
It was way before the Housewives, so I didn't have that line to throw at him. But if he does it again, I will use that line. So I have this whole weird. First of all, there was that dinner, and then there was this other dinner with this convicted felon who got out, and Joe asked, "Did anybody try anything sexy with you?" And basically he wanted to know how not to get nailed in the ass. And I was like,
there's so many wrong things with this last episode. I made a list.
Who would have thought Joe Gorga would have looked like the knight in shining armor? Seriously, Joe Gorga, Mr. Tan and Flex, and I want to bang you, and I've got to get rid of my dirty juice, or whatever the hell he calls it, demon juice. He was the only sane one on the fucking show.
Really? Do you call? Maybe Melissa should go to prison so she can tighten up.
I didn't like that. I thought that was hilarious. I loved that line. I loved it.
The most decent person on the episode said that. Maybe she can tighten her pussy up a little bit and go to prison. Or what about the homemade prison dildos, Glammy?
He wanted to know how. That was rather interesting. First of all, what do they make them out of? And do they have them in male prisons, or do they not need them? I'm just asking. I'm a little confused as to
all the movies I've seen.
Didn't you think it was hilarious that Joe Giudice, whatever his name is trying to lead the prayer session in the church in their backyard in the Catskills, and none of the kids knew one line of any prayer. And then at the end he says amen, and miraculously mommy calls. They were like, Teresa, call 3, 2, 1 now, send. Good girl.
Yeah.
I was like, so, and explain to me the picture that Us Magazine got with them all sitting there was supposedly taken by somebody else and sold. The only person that's making any money out of that picture was a Giudice.
Yeah, of course.
Now,
people were trying to get it. They had helicopters or drones or whatever, and they had her
drones and helicopters. Yeah.
Change her yoga routine in prison. So
was it the spin class or the yoga? I missed it, that part. I couldn't make it.
Or her spray tanning. I don't know what they've got in that kind of prison.
And I was just like, okay, what the hell ever. And Melissa was all upset that she didn't get invited and wasn't put on the list. And I'm like, because she hates you. And then she let Joe in, and apparently she was very upset with Joe, you know, emotional because she got to see her brother, which that was the last 3 minutes of 3 freaking hours of bullshit. And did you actually see Joe Giudice's phone go into the pond? Because I never saw it fall in. I just heard him go, oh my God, I dropped my phone. And then
we saw the phone go in. We saw that.
I saw him. I didn't see him actually throw the phone. I didn't know if he threw it, dropped it. I didn't see any of it.
That was he was looking for a storyline. You know, some of these housewife husbands are desperate for a storyline.
He's got 3. He's got the entire series to himself. Okay, it's 3 shows on Bravo.
Listen, there's not a lot of storyline. There's not a lot of storyline you can have when you don't have a driver's license. You don't have a job where you can earn a paycheck.
Right.
You can't have your own mortgage anymore. I mean, how long is that sentence going to last? Even when they're out of prison, can't own a house.
Here's something: are we going to have Joe checks in next year at this time?
Maybe. Do we care?
No, because I don't care. I mean, that's what I took away from it.
Really? What I took away with it is little girls shaving your back.
Oh, I didn't know Italian men did that. I was like, thank God my husband's more French than Italian. I was
was getting a little low there. Even the cracks.
I was like waiting for him to turn around. I was waiting for him to turn around and do this.
Are you kidding me? Your little darling.
They're not darling daughters, by the way.
Everybody wearing the cameras have to wear like a mask. I mean, I would have died. There was so much wrong with this episode. Melissa's loose vagina, homemade dildos,
but Rosie was
adults' backs, shaving body parts. They're going to do everything I can.
I love the best part. Joe, who you disagree with, Rosie was on, which I love because everybody loves a bit of Rosie, and she was like, they were all drinking wine, but did you notice hers was whiskey? It was like bourbon, and she was just down in them. And
have to.
At one point, Joe Borga, I think, or Joe Giudice they were double fisting the drinks. And did you notice how burnt the fucking pizza was?
Oh God.
The father was rolling in his grave. He was like, "Oh my God, they're burning the pizza." Oh, yeah. He's like, and then of course,
I'm glad I migrated to the Americas because this is what my offspring is. One's in prison, one's this.
One's illegal, one's not coming back.
Oh, glad to be in America. Oh, yeah.
I did like this part though. The funny part, I was like, it was payback for all the bullshit Melissa Gorgas put us through with the whole dancing and the singing. When she arrives and she's like, oh my God, one of the kids has got a fucking chainsaw and the other one's found a bullet. Oh my God. I mean, she was like, what the fuck? It was like, welcome to reality, Melissa. This is what happens when you go out in the country.
Right. And plus, too, Joe had to beg for Melissa to be on these episodes because Melissa she's an attention whore. She really is. She's not much different than Teresa, and that's why they don't get along. And that's why she's not approved to go into prison, because the last thing you want is your enemy to see you behind bars.
At your lowest point.
At your lowest point.
And she comes in looking all glammed up in London. She's like,
I feel like, oh my gosh, yes.
Oh my God, have you got these new lubies, darling? Oh, of course you don't, because you're sitting here. I mean, like, what the hell is Melissa supposed to say?
When I believe I'm going to have sex with my husband. Because I can't breathe.
And I've got these new lubies on, and oh my God, have you seen the latest Chanel? Of course you haven't. Sorry, I shouldn't have said that. You've been in here. Do you get magazines?
And I don't need to use a hand carved dildo. I got my own.
Yeah. Candy first sent me some. We've got a stack in our house. You know, we've got a stack coming to your house for when Joe goes.
Yeah. Is everybody in wood shop in prison making big dildos, what hand carved dildos?
I don't even want to know what they're making them out of. But did you hear about the news about Real Housewives of New York? That Kristen is quit, aka fired, because she was boring, and Heather's definitely not coming back.
I thought she would stay on as a friend, Kristen.
Yeah, no. And then I believe the other ones are all
Heather actually quit.
Yeah, but the other ones, Countess or Conti, whatever you call her. What's her name?
Countess Luann?
Luann, there you go. Sorry. Luann and Ramona and the other slutty one, Sonia. They're all holding out for more money, apparently. And Bethany is filming with Carol. And I'm wondering if it's going to be like an episode, if those three don't get on board, is it just going to be like Rhoda? You know, when Rhoda, Valerie Harper and stuff, it was just the two of them having fun. And because it looks like Carol and the skinny bitch they're already filming, and the other three they want the rumored $1 million a season for Bethany. They all think they should get the same. Do you think they should get
$1 million?
Do you think they should all get the same though?
I think they should all get the same, but they're not. She's not getting $1 million.
How much do you think the criminal family from New Jersey, the ones the mother's locked up, how much do you think they got for the 3 episodes?
Oh gosh, well they have no other income, right?
I think they got $1 million for it. I guarantee you, they got $1 million, and she said, "I want to do this, and I will come back." And she fibbed. Remember the whole fib, which she said to Andy at the last reunion? This is her last reunion. Made Andy shit his pants. Said goodbye to the cast, and then she checks in. So obviously she's coming back.
Of course she is.
So I was like, which I don't know if I want her back. Just hearing her voice irritated the fuck out of me so much that I was just like, I don't know if I want her back. I kind of want Amber and those crazy twins.
What bothers me, we're talking about Teresa, right?
Yeah.
What bothers me is that she really should focus on her family. I mean, that woman, Melania, is insane. It's going to be, an absolute nightmare already. She's been a nightmare.
Gia needs to be able to be a kid.
She needs to be with kids her own age. It's so sad to drag these girls every weekend. Not every other weekend. Every single weekend. Hours and hours of driving to see them. How horrible is that?
It's not fair.
It's not fair. It's horrible. And what's her name? I forgot. It's the one that's doing all the house cleaning and stuff. Is
Melania?
It looks nothing like him. Not Melania.
Adriana.
Adriana.
Isn't she the baby?
Is she the baby? Who's the one that looks nothing like them, but is pretty?
Oh,
Gabriella. Thank you, Guest 122. Gabriella's doing everything. She's doing all the cooking, doing all the cleaning, all the stuff. And having to go to prison every weekend to see her mother for a year. That's wrong. That's horrible.
See, this is what I didn't ever get. I don't know why they didn't just both go to jail at the same time, because they've extended this out by 15 months by going in separately. Actually, 18 months, because Teresa's getting out, and then he's got 3 months to wait and to get her knocked up again. And hopefully, whatever she wants. I guarantee you in those 3 months, she's getting knocked up when he gets out, before he goes to prison. And then she'll be a single mom to 5 kids, not just 4.
So
and
do you think Teresa's going to go to Italy?
Fuck no. Unless they do Real Housewives of Italy.
In that little village.
Oh no. Could you? She's going to be like, this was okay once.
Who wants a pizza pie?
Does she eat? And I don't know. I mean, I know that the Spanish here in America is different from Spanish in Spain. Is the Italian,
right?
Would she be able to even communicate with these people? Hello, darky. Hello, dark one. Why? That's not. It's not a racist thing. You went dark. Oh no, you're right. Hello.
Now I'm
Spirits with the light.
I'm a cracker. Okay.
Okay, get off of that subject. Okay, so we talked about Real Housewives. Let's talk about the most boring reunion in the history of Real Housewives.
It's only part one. It's only been part one, and Megan wants to be on our show.
Hi, Meg. Can she do her hair a different? I don't want it pink. Can she do it like lavender? I think lavender would look cool.
What do you think of her dark hair?
I actually think she looks better with it darker, but she looks younger with
the highlights.
Yes, she looks younger with it lighter. She went from OC to St. Louis Housewife.
Yeah.
You know, with the darkness. I was like, oh.
Well, you can tell when she had to bleach out her hair to get that pink.
Yeah.
That, you know, when you see that kind of color of brown, you know, her hair's kind of healing from it. I think she's going to be blonde again. I hope.
Why can't she just wear a wig? I thought you said to me that she wore a wig and there was a pink bit hanging down or something.
She wore a wig with the thing on it. Yeah. I have the picture right here.
I don't have it. I've never seen it.
You've never seen it?
I've never seen. I've not seen the pink part. You said that she was wearing it because she had pink hair.
On my media. On my Twitter.
It's on your Twitter.
It's on my Twitter.
Is it on Twitter or the Twitter? Because there's a slight discrepancy there. Two different places.
I have a lot of media on here, actually.
Yeah, you do. Okay, so let's talk about the boring while you're looking. Let's talk about how
when she was doing those side interviews.
Right, where's her pink bits?
No, there's no pink. This is a wig. She's covering the pink.
How do you know that?
They didn't want the pink in those interviews because what's her name? It just passed away. It was breast cancer month.
Okay, the Leanne, who was a very nice lady. She was very nice. Anyway, boring reunion. I mean,
so part one was boring, but part two looks good tonight. Well, is it tonight?
Part one, I like the aftermath of part one when Alexis Bellino came out and said, "Whoa, wait the fuck up, Andy Cohen." That was not the whole email. He chopped parts of the email and just read out the parts he wanted, and then Tamra, I believe, may have apologized to Alexis for being pissed off at the comments that she made about saying that Alexis isn't a good Christian.
And calling her Jesus Jugs.
But she signed didn't she sign it? Jesus Jugs, the email? I think she signed it, Jesus Jugs. Love and hugs, Jesus Jugs or something. I don't know what the hell she called herself. Anyway, I like Alexis. So Alexis I loved her on the cast. I miss her. But
listen, early on I was liking Tamra and I tweeted out, is everyone else liking Tamra as much as I am? And I was bashed on Twitter. And you know what? I deserved it. She was horrible.
She was horrible.
It was horrible and I deserved it.
There's also a 1 hour Entertainment Tonight interview with Brooks basically bashing Tamra. And basically and by the way, the reason I read today somewhere, probably Tamara Tattles, I can't never get it right. She said she was like translating the interview, and apparently Brooks said at his birthday party, Shannon Bedore is the reason, she was the catalyst that ended their relationship with him and Vicky. I'm like, no, I think it was nothing to do with that.
I think it was the fake cancer that ended the relationship.
Okay, I think he had cancer, but I don't think he had it at that time. I think he was maybe in remission and they wanted to bring it in as a storyline.
Well, I think
which is fake cancer, basically.
Which is fake cancer. I have cancer remission, yet I'm going through chemo. You're still faking cancer.
Don't say anything. But, and also he said something about he was asked to leave the house when Brianna went there. But Vicky said that he was on business.
Yeah.
That was so who's telling Porky Pies now? I mean, what is going on?
The fact that Brooks had to break up with Vicky, take it away.
And moved to Florida and has a new girlfriend.
And Florida seems to be the place. My good friend has just moved to Florida as well. I found out. So,
well, when you get off the phone, you can tell me where because he's probably one of my neighbors.
Yeah. He's moved to Florida. Brooks is everyone's in Florida, so you've got some work to do, Glammy. You gotta get to the bottom of this stuff.
And then, but in this ET interview, Brooks also said that Vicky's dating. Why has Vicky not produced this evidence that she's? Why is there no evidence? I would like the evidence.
Can you show us? Can you show us the binder with the separators now? Now you're not with them.
Yeah, and also, hey, Brooks, listen. This is an iPad. I want to see the girlfriend that you supposedly have. And Vicky, he's saying you have a boyfriend. I want to see it on the pictures. I want you to Instagram those things out right now because this is Brooks talking here.
Yeah. Just put it in the cloud at Kodo Insurance. Put it in the cloud and we'll all get it.
If she can accidentally put her tits out there, she can accidentally send a picture of her new man out, which will obviously look like Dawn because they all do. And we may think, oh my gosh, she's got back together with Dawn again for that split second. And then you go, no, he looks a little different. Oh, his name's Brooks.
Yes.
How long do you think it will be before Vicky gets back together with Brooks? Is it going to be a week before filming season 11?
I know. I don't think, and you and I should do a little bet right. Oh, here I am dark again. I gotta pay my electricity. You gotta do that, patrons, for your reality recaps because the electricity's flickering on and on. No, it's actually my Halloween effect. Do you like it? Happy Halloween.
He's such a fucking liar.
I know everybody in the chat room is saying yes. All the lies are hard to keep straight. Trek Lord, hello, hello.
Hi, sweetie.
You loved Dawn. I loved Dawn as well. We miss Dawn. Maybe let's hope Vicky and Dawn get back together.
Didn't Dawn die? Oh, he's not dead, but he had cancer, right? I mean, everybody that Vicky has sex with gets cancer. Stop. Fucking men. They all do.
No wonder she's sick of showing medical records.
But it was kind of boring. It was really boring. And Tamara's like such a hypocrite. And then Simon apparently wrote a fake blog or something on behalf of Sydney. I think it's Sydney's the kid that left the house. And there was all these spelling mistakes and stuff in there. And then Tamara's saying that Simon did the blog. It wasn't really Sydney trashing her mother. It was Simon. So the aftermath has been so much more fun than the actual show.
Totally.
It's every day something's coming out. It's like, whoa. Oh, and I've got to say, I'm sorry. What in the fuck do you think about Lamar Odom? Just got to ask.
Oh.
Holy crap.
I think it's all. I think the press that they're getting is disgusting.
I think I'm glad the person got fired because they're getting press, but there's not actually any photographs of Lamar.
Fired? Who got fired from the Bunny Ranch?
No, one of the staff, one of the nurses or something at the hospital in LA tried to take a picture, and they got fired from the spot, which is good. I'm glad that those aren't leaking out, and also the cameras aren't on apparently for the Kardashian show.
Yeah.
God love Chloe. I mean, I don't know about the rest of them, but she really stepped up and did something really nice. I wouldn't have done it. I would have been like a ranch doing drugs with prostitutes.
Chloe, listen, when Chloe lost half her body weight and said, I did it naturally, and then got all crazy with Amy Schumer saying, you put me in a joke in your skit and I don't like it. It's like, oh, boo, you're an official Kardashian, Chloe. You don't have it. You needed a storyline. Now your methy ex-husband, or no, soon to be ex-husband, but now it's not.
No, they canceled the divorce.
Canceled the divorce. Yeah, maybe he'll cancel his meth habit. Are now back together. Good for you. Now you got a storyline.
What is he on? What drugs was he on? I don't know what drugs he was on. I don't know anything.
He did meth behind her back for years. Crystal meth.
How do you not? Okay.
Because they said it. I'm divorcing him because he's doing crystal meth behind her back.
We've got the chat room here. Chat room. Listen, if John was doing crystal meth behind our backs, don't you think we'd notice?
That would be awesome.
I would just want to ask.
Yeah.
And tweaking out, and we would notice. How do you not notice your husband? That's the face. Yeah, that would be it.
Well, I mean, they're traveling all the time for their Vegas club appearances. You don't know. You're hardly with the person. You don't know.
bullshit.
You and I are together more than they were in their marriage.
Yeah. Okay. There is.
Okay, so I have something important to talk about besides the Kardashians. Yolanda has sold her Malibu home.
Oh, I want to talk about Yolanda too.
Yolanda's fridge is sold with the house. And I'm darking it.
What? Okay, wait a minute. So she sold the house with the fridge, or did she take the fridge with her?
No, fridge.
Fridge stayed with the house.
Yes.
Okay.
Yolanda's fridge. There's a Twitter account, Yolanda's fridge.
Did David stay with the house, or? Okay. Have you noticed that Yolanda, right before the end of filming, gets very sick, and then right when filming gets close to being okay, she's like suddenly cured again. It's like, look at me, I'm cured again, and then she gets all sick again. Right? I mean, this time she walked out of the reunion because she was so sick. But and then she posts all these dying pictures. I mean, and then it's like, look at me, I'm looking very cute in New York with my daughters and my son, who's now model too.
She is one of your fellow Europeans, and this is how you got each other's back. Isn't there like a Euro code that you're breaking or something?
I'm not Euro trash, sweetie. I'm British.
I didn't say Euro trash. I said, is there a Euro code that you're breaking by not having her back?
Here's the part you don't get. We're part of the the European Union, but we're British, and all those people over there are European. We're not necessarily European. They can stay over there. The Europeans can stay over there, and the Brits stay over here. And that's what we're like. We're a little bit snitty when it comes like that.
Segregated, right?
You stay over there, and we stay over here. I'm not European. I'm British. Even though I'm part of Europe.
Ladies of London, I'm telling you.
No, I can be on because the Americans wouldn't find me funny. They'd think I was offensive and rude.
Look at everyone who's tuned in and all the comments in the comment room. Everybody loves you, Glammy.
I can't see the comments. Any comments? I'm just talking to John as I do on FaceTime.
So Trek Lord says, yes, it was meth. Thank you, Trek Lord.
Meth? Oh my God, such a dirty.
Patrick Hill thought it was Coke.
I thought it was Coke. I thought it was cocaine too.
It was Coke at the brothel this last time, yes.
But what about the Viagra? Why did he not have? Why could he just not get normal Viagra? Did they not make them in big enough pills for him?
Listen, I've got one, so I can talk. When you are having that thing up so much, I mean, that was a 3-day stay. It's nice to have a little help. You know what I mean?
Wait a minute. Whoa. Why could he not get real Viagra? Why did he have to get?
They sold the herbal Viagra at the Bunny Ranch.
And is it like Viagra?
It's an herbal one, I guess, but I guess you're not supposed to mix it with cocaine and alcohol and meth.
Yeah, because he got a bottle of cognac, right?
Yeah.
Bottle of cognac.
I don't know. I don't know.
But I saw a picture of Lisa Rinna today. I love my Lisa Rinna. And Vanderpump Rules starts in a couple of days. The train wreck
does. I'm gonna be doing the audio blogs for that. So I'm gonna give my 2 cents as well as read you what their blogs are. I'm also excited for Atlanta's coming back with Sheree. I love Sheree.
I love Sheree too, but we're not sure how long she's going to be on for, and I'm not sure if I like the whole cast. Anyone know what happened to Kim and Nene's road trip?
I think it crashed and burned.
Yeah, they're falling out. And Kim is supposedly going in for some heart surgery.
I know she got a new condo. Kim did.
No, not that Kim. We're talking Kim Zolciak is having a heart thing, but
she had the mini heart attack and was taken off of Dancing with the Stars.
Yeah, but she's also having a heart. No, she had a stroke. She's now got a hole in her heart or something. It's probably where Big Papa took the diamond out when she tried to swallow it or something. But anyway, Kim Richards, yes, that looked like a tiny condo, didn't it? A tiny little condo.
Well, that's all you can afford.
I mean, but did you see the size of the place? It looked like fucking Buckingham Palace. I mean this is like, it was huge. Oh, yeah. And the picture I saw, was it Monty's bedroom from his bedroom taking a picture of her house, or something really fucking weird. Something really weird. And Monty, who had weeks to live, is, by the way, still alive, tweeting and Instagramming it up.
Maybe he saw Brooks's doctor.
Maybe he's on the vitamin. Maybe he's on the same vitamin as Brooks. I don't know.
Vitamin that's in the DeBros Health Skincare. That's not only curing wrinkles, but curing cancer.
Yeah, I mean, I never thought about that. I mean, they might be friends. I mean, they may be in the same support group for Fakers Anonymous. I don't know.
Right.
I don't know this man. I don't know Monty at all. I mean, I know that he hangs on to Kim and has been apparently had like 2 weeks to live for like 3 years now, which is fucking remarkable. Great. Yeah. I mean, he's been on like 3 seasons, right?
2 weeks have gone to 2 years, which is great for him.
He's coming back season 4, but I mean, Kim Richards is not coming back, right? To Beverly Hills.
No, I think she's coming as a friend. So any episode she's on, she's
wait. Who's she friends with?
I don't know.
I don't think she's friends with anybody. No, I don't think.
Well, Brandy's going back on as a friend as well.
Who the fuck's she friends with?
Kim.
She's friends with him. That's it.
There you go. Trek Lord is saying in the chat room, I love you, Trek Lord. I keep saying you got some good comments. That Stassi's gotten fat.
Stassi's got fat?
Stassi got fat.
What do you mean by fat? Do you mean that she's now a size 4 instead of size 0? I understand she's getting weight, but is she like now a size 4 as opposed to a 0? And you're calling her fat? Trek Lord, you.
I don't know, but I need to give everyone a shout out in the chat room. Yes, Jennerism, Songbird, Christine, Guest 122, Katarina or Katra Hill. I'm pronouncing it wrong. I'm so sorry. Of course, Trek Lord and Megan. Thank you guys so much for chatting in the room. Glammy, do you have any last minute thought or anything? I know I gotta wrap this up really quick.
What other shows have we been watching on Bravo?
Just those. I gotta catch up with Millionaire, not Millionaire Matchmaker, Million Dollar Listing. Million Dollar Listing Los Angeles, because I love the Joshes. I don't really watch People's Couch.
I love People's Couch. It's
a little too forced funny. I'm not into that.
Well, you're just still bitter. I'm
not into like the Fab 40 birthdays or.
No, I don't watch that at all.
But I love Below Deck, and I got to catch up with that as well.
I don't watch that, but
it's good.
I asked the chat room. Did anybody watch Scandal on Thursday night?
This is a Bravo show.
It doesn't matter. I'm allowed to fucking sidetrack. What the hell does your renovation of your bathroom have to do with Bravo? Is Bravo paying for it? I asked you how you doing. What I've been doing, and you didn't ask me what I've been doing. I've been watching Scandal. Did anybody watch Scandal? Oh my God, Cyrus.
I don't watch it.
Cannot deal with this. I love Scandal. Scandal is my favorite.
Don't watch
it's very Bravo-esque. It really is. It will be on Bravo. The commercials are on fucking Bravo. Scandal is the best show on TV. Shut up, John.
All right, let me do my closing.
You want to do a closing? I don't even have a cup of anything.
We're at the top of the hour.
But we started late.
We did, but I have a hard stop. I gotta stop.
Okay. Because you gotta go and try and fit that toilet in?
I gotta get that toilet in, that's right. Gotta fix my lighting and get my toilet in.
Yeah, I think that's what's wrong with the lighting. Your man might have hit the electricity line and it's going,
yeah, maybe I gotta pay my bill. I gotta get online and pay my bill.
You better do that. Or check the fuses because you don't want to blow the fuse.
All right, now be quiet. Hey guys, thank you so Hey everyone, thank you so much for joining us. We are here every Monday at 7 p.m. Eastern talking everything Bravo and apparently everything else. And I got my spooky light effect going on for Halloween. No, not really. It's just technical difficulties. Please check out our website. Please become a patron at yourrealityrecaps.com/patron. Also PayPal. Donations are accepted and we're grateful for them because it keeps our programming like this live for you guys. And if you like what you see and hear, please give us a donation. That would be awesome. Glammy, where can we find you?
It says that on the screen people can read, and they also know who I am because you never stop talking about me.
And then that's why the British are stuck up. All right, at Princess Glammy on Twitter. You can find me on Comedy Jonah everywhere on social media. And thank you so much for watching. Mwah!